This is my 1996 Chevy Cavalier convertible. And this one is super special because it's a white on white car, is a convertible, and only has 57,000 miles on it. Yet, someone abandoned it. So come along with me while we unravel all its mysteries. Okay guys, I know. I can probably already tell what you're thinking. And it's the same thing that I'm thinking. And that this thing is pretty ugly. But hold up. This thing has been following me for the last 3 years. And yeah, let me just explain with this reenactment.
Hey, Agatas, there's a Chevy Cavalier, man. It's white on white. It's pretty cool.
That is the ugliest car I've ever seen in my life.
Oh man, come on. It looks really cool. And it's a convertible. We can give it a try.
No, we're not doing that.
Dude, the car is still here, man. Like, look at it. It's pretty good. It only has like 52,000 miles on the dash. The engine seems like it's just been played with a little bit, but dude, it's a nice ass car. It looks pretty cool.
No man, the engine's been messed with. I mean, there's probably something wrong with it. I mean, it might need an engine, and I mean, it's Cavalier. Who wants a Cavalier at the end of the day?
Oh no, it's a special edition. Look at this. It's white on white, dude. This is pretty sick. And only 52. Come on.
Nah, man, I don't want it. I don't want to even look at this car. This thing's so ugly.
Hey, there's a tool truck coming by here in a bit. Don't be mad at me what I just got. But I couldn't resist. But I couldn't resist how good it was. It was meant to be. It's been there for a couple of years.
I can't believe you bought this thing. I can't believe this thing's here.
It does look at it. It does look special.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Agatas, man. Look at this car. Look at this. This is pretty sick. Look at it. Even the color is intact. There's no dents. It's pretty cool as a Cavalier. I've never seen one like it.
Damn, I don't know. Yeah, this actually looks pretty cool. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's like the paint. Damn, the paint's in really good shape. Damn, the seats are like brand new too. This thing's weird.
When you think about it, it does look pretty good. And I do think I like your WRX too at the same time. What would you think? Would you do some cash over it plus the Cavalier? You won't find another white baby.
Maybe. So yeah, for 3 years, I didn't like this car at all. I just thought it was super ugly. But for some reason, and somehow when the top was down and I finally saw this car clean, something about it was just like, yeah, this thing is kind of special. And after doing some research, I mean, online it said there was only 10 of these made. I don't know how true that is, but I mean, it's special regardless. Like, who ordered this? Like, come on, who back in 1996 was like, I'm balling and buys a white on white Chevy Cavalier? Like, come on. So I think that's pretty unique. I think it's pretty weird. And this car is probably one of the nicest ones that's been on the channel so far. And I think it deserves to be saved at the minimum, you know? Even if it's not the coolest, it's not the fastest, it's not... Damn, it doesn't really have a lot going for it. But it's cool. It's still pretty cool. So we're just gonna get right into it and see what's wrong with it because the engine's kind of taken apart. Okay, so this thing has a, let's just call this the big block because this was the biggest engine option that was offered in this car. Quick observations, this should be bolted in. This is also holding this massive coil pack thing, which is a terrible design. But yeah, there's no spark plugs in it. There's no injectors in it. The intake manifold is unbolted. Exhaust is still attached. I'm not really sure what's wrong with this, but somebody seems like they were back then, and that's why it seems like it's been abandoned. We're gonna just diagnose this to begin with and see what we need to do. So we're gonna start with the borescope. Okay, this is a lot harder to do one-handed. Cylinder 1 looks very clean. Nothing abnormal. Oh boy, cylinder 2's got some weird carbon buildup, almost some rust in there. Let's see, the walls look okay. Definitely interesting. Very clean engine, but that would also be suspected for an engine with 57,000 miles. Okay, it's kind of same thing in here. Okay, that's a little better. So same with that one. Okay, this one's got the most carbon buildup. Okay guys, so the inside of the cylinders looks okay. The weird carbon buildup that's loose is a little weird, but what's weird and kind of our smoking gun here is, let's see, is I can turn it. So that's 2, and that's it. And it's not moving from there. I did that while having a borescope in each cylinder, and it looks like cylinder 3 isn't moving at all. So that leads me to think that maybe a rod is broken, possibly bent. So it just seems like this engine's gonna have to come out. It would be cool to be able to fix and rebuild this engine just because it's original to the car and it's only got 57,000 miles on the block and head and everything. Seems like we're gonna pull another engine, even though in the last video that's what we did. Oh boy, gotta love it. Gotta love pulling engines. So, but we're not gonna complain. We're just gonna get right to it. Ideally, I would probably drop this engine from the bottom, but I don't feel like dropping the transmission as well. And all this is pretty easy to access, so I think it'll be easier to take the engine out from the top. But yeah, let's just start with that intake, I guess. With how few miles this engine has, the amount of oil it was consuming is pretty staggering, man. That might be part of why this engine went bad. I mean, we might just have lack of oil changes or something, because wow, this intake is terrible. I've seen cars with 100, 200,000 miles with less buildup than this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, guys. Oh man, this just gets spicier by the second. Let's play a game of guess what this is. Ladies and gentlemen, this appears to be a chunk of the engine that just is on the side of the engine here. Or sorry, was on the side of the engine here. Well, so much for saving this engine. All right, draining the oil. The coolant is still draining. It is primarily water in there. So yeah, this engine's probably pretty neglected. I'm hoping that we can find a good donor at the junkyard and still rebuild it. And I would like to do that all today. And this is actually still the same day. I just shaved. Yeah. So next up, I think taking starter and accessories off is probably a good point. Damn, who tightened the starter bolts? Ah. Okay, so engine is out of the car, and as you saw, we have a nice big hole in the side of the engine where a rod was thrown out. I'm curious to see what the inside of this engine looks like and try to figure out why it failed at 57,000 miles, which, at least from what I've seen with many other Cavaliers, is very, very low for engine failure, because these were half decent engines. So let's just get right into it, and we'll start with the front. This is not going to be fun to edit. Ta-da! That's what came off of the bearings.
We hit hard then.
Well guys, I was hoping that I was going to be able to rebuild that engine because it would have been pretty cool to keep the original one in there, considering it's got 57,000 miles and this car's weird, and it would have been cool to be all original. Unfortunately, there's just no way to fix that. I mean, theoretically you could fix it, but no, you can't fix it. So I'm probably going to get a used engine. And I thought about rebuilding it, but realistically, it's not gonna make sense. I mean, if this video gets a ridiculous amount of views or something, and it makes sense, and there's enough interest, then I'd be willing to do it. But on the next episode, I think I'm gonna get a used engine for this thing and maybe dig into it a little bit. My opinion on what happened to this engine is, I mean, most likely just lack of maintenance. That's my best guess, just because it seems like it ran low on oil. The fact that everything got stuck together, you know, all the bearings got spun, usually means it got really hot, didn't get lubricated, and everything just kind of meshed and melted together. So, I mean, maybe they didn't do oil changes, and it just slowly started consuming oil, and then it got low on oil, and bada bing, bada boom, there goes the rod through the block. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know this is a little bit of a weird one for sure. Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, whatever you feel like, disliking. You know, if you didn't like it, tell me your opinion, man. It helps me figure out what we're gonna do with this channel. To whoever suggested to use the crankshaft as a mic, my arms are cramping. This thing weighs like 100 pounds, I swear. Anyways, guys, as always, I hope to see you at the next one. I just want to take a second to thank anybody who's donated to the channel. You guys are absolutely awesome. I always appreciate you more than you know. Thank you for your support.